He had spent years pretending he was fine. From the outside, everything looked stable. The job, the smile, the plans. But inside, there was a quiet war no one could see. The mornings were the hardest. He would wake up with a heavy chest, the kind of weight that doesn't come from physical labor, but from carrying something invisible for too long. He thought if he stayed busy enough, the thoughts wouldn't catch him. He buried himself in work, in screens, in noise, anything to avoid the silence. Because in the silence, the truth waited. And the truth was this: he didn't like who he had become. He wasn't cruel or reckless or a bad person, but he was absent. Absent from his own life. He had traded presence for distraction, authenticity for survival. Then came the moment he didn't expect. It wasn't a dramatic event, no accident, no heartbreak, no public breakdown. It was a Tuesday afternoon in a grocery store parking lot when he sat in his car with the engine off and realized he didn't want to go home. Not because home was unsafe, but because home was quiet. And quiet meant listening to himself. And he was afraid of what he might hear. I know this man. I know this feeling. Because that man was me. I was running, not from danger, but from my own reflection. Every goal I set was just another distraction. Every achievement, another way to avoid asking the real questions. Who am I? What do I want? Why do I feel like I'm always on the outside of my own life? I thought strength was about enduring, about pushing through no matter what. But there's a kind of endurance that isn't strength. It's avoidance. And I had mastered it. Until that day. I sat in the car and let the quiet swallow me. I didn't reach for my phone. I didn't turn on the radio. I just sat. And the first thought that came was brutal. You're not living. You're just maintaining. It hit me harder than I expected. I thought about all the ways I kept myself busy so I wouldn't feel empty. All the conversations where I smiled but wasn't really there. All the moments I could have been present but chose to escape. And I decided something that scared me more than any risk I'd ever taken. I would stop running. It didn't mean quitting my job or moving to another city. It meant turning around to face the parts of me I had been avoiding. It meant calling the friend I had distanced myself from because I didn't want to admit I was struggling. It meant asking for help without trying to look strong. It meant letting myself cry, not just in the shower where no one could hear, but in conversations where it mattered. The first days felt unbearable. My instinct was still to escape, to find something to do, to scroll until my mind was numb. But every time I stayed present, I discovered something small but powerful. I could survive the discomfort. And then, slowly, the discomfort turned into clarity. I realized I wasn't afraid of life itself. I was afraid of facing the gap between the life I wanted and the life I was living. That gap was filled with all the choices I avoided, all the dreams I postponed, all the truths I buried. And one by one, I started addressing them. I said no when I didn't mean yes. I made space for rest without guilt. I started conversations I had been avoiding for years. And somewhere in that process, I started to recognize myself again. If you're hearing this right now, maybe you've been running too. Maybe your days are filled with noise, movement, and distractions that keep you from sitting in the silence. I want you to know, the silence isn't your enemy, it's the doorway. It's where you'll meet the parts of yourself you've ignored and the dreams you've placed on a shelf. It's where you'll discover the truth about what you really want. And yes, it will be uncomfortable at first. Your mind will resist. You'll want to fill the space. But if you stay with it, if you keep breathing through it, something will shift. You will realize that facing yourself is not the end of you, it's the beginning. And you will discover, as I did, that the life you've been chasing is already waiting for you in the moments you've been avoiding. Stop running. Sit with yourself. Listen. You might just find that everything you've been looking for was within you all along.